Yeah, look, I mean, obviously it was a terrible shock to learn about Jermaine Jenas. I mean, from what I understand, and this is just what I've gleaned from the news reports, he's apparently been sending fruity text messages to young production assistants, just being a bit of a sex pest or whatever. I mean, come on, we've all been there. We've all done that at some point, haven't we? Haven't we? I mean, I haven't. I wouldn't do something dreadful like that. And if I had done it, I was probably experiencing mental health difficulties at the time, so, it's understandable. And as bad as what Jermaine Jenas may or may not have done is, the important thing to remember is that none of us here at the BBC knew anything about it. Well, a few of us knew. Well, quite a lot of us knew. Pretty much everyone at the BBC knew. But listen, there's a difference between what you know and what you talk about openly. You can't go around telling HR that Jermaine Jenas is a bit of a sex pest, because that's unprofessional. No one likes a grass, do they? Now, regrettably, the BBC is getting a bit of a reputation for this sort of thing. But what you've got to remember is that at every large organisation like the BBC, there are inevitably a few bad apples, or a lot of bad apples, or just a whole orchard full of bad apples, or perverts, or whatever. Look, we never claimed to be perfect. Was Jermaine Jenas an insightful football pundit? Not especially. Did he have the warmth and charisma you might look for in a one-show presenter? Not by any measure. But he did tick some diversity boxes for us, and that's what's important at the end of the day. It's easy to look back in hindsight and say, yes, we were fully aware he was a bit of a wrong-un when we gave him a massive amount of money and TV exposure. But the important thing to remember is that I myself am not in any way culpable, and none of this reflects badly on me in any way, nor does it affect my career prospects moving forward. We'll continue to demand the highest standards of personal conduct from our on-screen talent, and where they fail to live up to those standards, I will personally endeavour to turn a blind eye and claim ignorance of the matter, despite all evidence to the contrary. Remember, this is your BBC, so in many ways this whole situation is your fault. Keep paying your licence fee, or we'll send some heavy-set chaps round to knock on your door and intimidate you. We know where you live.